How's it going, guys? About another auction finds video. It's been a while since I've found actually vintage toys. I've only found a few vintage toys at garage sales this year, and it's been a while, I think almost 2 months since I went to the consignment auction up in Goshen, Indiana. So I'm gonna show you a screenshot of this tote at the auction. You can see around the outside of the picture, the ad for Auction Zip. I've had people ask me, how do I find auctions? You go on Auction Zip, you type in the zip code and then how far you're willing to drive. Put that in there and it comes up with the auctions in your area. This tote paid amazingly $15 for this entire tote. There's probably 3 or 4 other toy buyers there, and for some reason they didn't bid on this. I have no idea why. There was like a Halloween bucket you'd put candy in. It was kind of full of 1980s G.I. Joes. There's around maybe 20 to 25 in there with some accessories. That sold for over $300 if you factor in the sales tax and buyer's premium. So roughly $10, $15 a piece for those. And then, like I said, this tote only sold for $15. So we'll go through what I found in here. Amazing right off the bat. This is a pretty rare piece from 1978. Original Star Wars Stormtrooper laser blaster. In pretty nice condition. It actually does have the folding stock. Those are almost always broken. I've never actually come across these, one of these ever at a garage sale or auction. And rare piece there. I'll put some screenshots on what these toys sell for. I think something like that in that condition is easily over $100 for that alone. There's some other vintage Star Wars in here, some mini rigs. Have that one and this one. Have a original speeder bike. It's almost complete. It's missing the flaps on the rear, which those are almost always missing. There actually is there is one flap on the bottom. Just the flaps for one of these sell, I think, around $20 just for one flap. So just the little piece of plastic back here would pay for the entire box. And then I'll show you also what's in here. 89 Batman figure. I think that's the one with Michael Keaton. Have a Mego Hulk. I think these are from the mid-70s, made in Hong Kong in 1975. And then, not too familiar with this toy line. I've come across these every so often. These are Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figures from the mid-80s. So have like a wizard here. They actually do have a lot of their accessories. Have a random G.I. Joe from the mid-80s in there. So there's another accessory for the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, Charlie's Angels, Corgi, van, G1 Transformer. I think these are from the Insecticons or something like that. Have an Ewok. Have a staff for an Ewok. These are more accessories for the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I think that goes there too. I have a Generation 1 Transformer. They have like a G.I. Joe gun. I think these are, I think they call them Timberlands or Timberwolves. Those actually go to this figure. I think this is a Series 2 Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. I think this one's from 1985. He is missing his gun. I didn't find it in the bottom there. But with the wolves and Snake Eyes, I think only actually one wolf came with him. I'm not sure why there's 2. Probably there's another figure. I didn't see another Snake Eyes in the other lot. But this grouping around like here is maybe $80 for that group right there alone. Have these Stompers. I think they're called Water Demons. Not quite as expensive as the regular Stompers, but these are in pretty nice cosmetic condition. There's actually 2 of them. Let's see what else is in here. These are like stabilizers for, is it the Sky Strike or Striker from G.I. Joe? I think these alone are probably 20 bucks, $25 each, just for those. It's crazy what just random G.I. Joe parts cost. I think this is rawhide. And I'm not finding any of the weapons, accessories for the G1 Transformers, just the vehicles. I have that. I have this one also. I'm not sure if this is a Transformers or not. Bandai 1986 Japan. I think this probably is actually from a G1 Transformer. Then Buddy L, maybe. It's a Tootsie toy. A die-cast truck. Then another 1989 Batmobile. And then the surprising piece of the group is this. This is made by Tonka. These are from the Gobot line. I think this is the final run of the Gobots made in Japan. No, I'm sorry. They didn't sell these in Japan, only in America only, which makes them usually the final series of a toy run. They don't make as many. And then this was only released in the United States, making it pretty collectible and rare. I'll throw a screenshot up what this sells for, but crazy expensive. This new in the package would bring over $1,000. So I think something in this condition, maybe $200 to $300. So, like I said, amazing score. I'll put some screenshots on some of this stuff, what it sells for. An amazing deal for $15. I also picked this up, this Casio watch display case, like a store display. It does rotate. I'll have to oil and grease it to make it, it'll like rotate 2 or 3 times and kind of stop. And you can hear the motor running. And then the glass, I'm sorry, the light, I think it's burned out. You can try and get a replacement for that. Hopefully it's not the transformer and just the light. So another cool display piece to either put watches in or maybe Redline Hot Wheels for display or Star Wars figures. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. A little follow-up on my last video. I actually looked this one up. This is actually a Super Gobot made by Tonka, 1983. And I put a screenshot on that. Looks like it's pretty uncommon to find these with the tracks still on them. And I think I call this rawhide. It's actually ironhide. So I know I'd get some comments about that in the video. Ironhide G1 Transformer. And then this is Wheeljack. And like I said, he's missing a spoiler on the back. And it looks like they're missing all their guns and accessories on those. So just a follow up to tell you guys what those were.